Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Amsa Venktesan, and I'm an IELTS trainer with over 5 plus years experience and have trained close to 750 students across the globe, which is 21,000 plus online hours of training. In this session today, we will be talking all about the exam tips, that is the last minute tips for you to, because it's all stress, you have practiced pretty much a lot, and now it's time for you to really put together all that you have practiced and get this task going. So I know how difficult it is, I know how challenging it is for you to um, you know do a lot of questions and at the same time get the answers right. You have done a lot of practice, you've gone through a lot of sessions, you've done probably test after test after test, but you still don't know where you stand at times because it's all about the last minute tension that you have most of the times, and that doesn't let you really get through the what do you say, the tension. And here I thought today I will dedicate a one session on YouTube to let you guys know that it is okay to relax before the test day, and I'm also here to give you some quick tips before you ace the IELTS test. Okay, so like I said, it's okay to be cool, it's okay to have some nice time before you do your test. You don't have to really get yourself stressed, get yourself tensed, and it's totally okay. So, before we get into the session, I'm just quickly taking a look to check if you can all see me, if you can all hear me. I am just checking this. Just a quick check. Give me a moment. All right. Also, let me know in the comments below if you can all hear me, if it's all clear, and we can quickly start with this. Yes. If it's all clear. Okay, sounds good. So I can pretty much see all your comments here. I have my phone with me and I can see your comments here. So if you guys have any questions and if you would want me to answer in the live session, just feel free to send me a text and I will be happy to answer those questions for you. So, like I told you again, I know that you would have all practiced a lot, or you're probably taking a look at just the test now. Okay, whatever is the scenario, that is totally okay. You have the time to at least take a look at the strategies. If you have never prepared, I would say, I'm sorry, you cannot do the test without preparation at all, because that is going to be a little difficult for you to ace the task, a lot more difficult because there are a lot of nitty gritty things for you to take a look at before you do the test. Those nitty gritty things are what will help you ace the task. And these tips are not for anybody who thinks who can go to the exam just like that without doing the test. But this is extremely for those who think you have practiced enough, you're all tired, you're tensed, you have no clue what to do, and you just want to relax and you just want somebody to help you relax. And that is the reason why we have top 16 tips here for the test today to help you ace the test. Okay, okay. I know these are the pointers which talks about the modules, but I wanted to take it step by step for you. I just don't want to give you just the pointers and say this will help you. Instead, I thought I'll help you with a quick brush up to help you understand what is it. If you actually see here in the IELTS test, be it general or be it your academic, you have four different modules that you'll be working on. One is your listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Each of these have different stress levels, okay? Students who are doing this have different stress altogether. A student could be strong, so you could be strong with listening and not good with reading, writing, and speaking. You might have one capability, but you're not comfortable doing the other tasks. And that's the reason why I'm recommending you to do a lot of practice, a lot of strategies. Hop onto our Unacademy Plus sessions and take a look at the actual sessions that we do there, because the sessions that we do there are, completely intense. You get step by step strategies, you get exam time scenario, like real time scenario to practice questions for you there in the test. So, no matter what you do, remember that stress levels cannot be removed, no matter what. Okay, so when you take a look at these modules, in terms of listening, where you have 40 questions and you have to ace the task in like 60 minutes, 30 to 60 minutes, where you kind of do all of the tasks. I'm telling you the difference. So 30 to 60 minutes is where you are given for every single task that you have. Okay, if you have to ace these tasks, you have to remember that you have to definitely know the right strategies to ace them. In listening, you will have four different sections where you will have one speaker, two speakers, three or more speakers, and again one speaker talking about a test. So you have to remember that you have to definitely calm down when you're doing the IELTS. What do you say? When you do the IELTS listening test. The reason being, you might not hear the recording properly. You might not know how to multitask. But these are the two major reasons most of the times. Or you might have done everything right, made answers and notes in your question paper, but you might have not, transferred the answers right. These are the three most issue which most of the students get when they get into, you know, the actual listening test. So remember to first of all check if your headphones are okay when you sit, and ensure that you can definitely do the transfer of answers the right way, and ensure to calm down once again. Yes, you have practiced a lot. Make notes of all that you have to make note of when you're doing the listening. Again, according to whatever I've told in so many days, just ensure to practice and make notes of it. So that is going to help you ace the task. Okay. In terms of your IELTS speaking, again, as you know, sorry. Again, as you know, whether you have taken the computer delivered test or the written test, IELTS speaking is still going to be a face to face. Both the academic and the general training students seek the same training. So, take the same test as well. So, it's highly recommended that you practice task 1, 2, and 3 really well. Ace the task with the strategies again, like I say, and remember to make notes when you are given the time. The most important thing for you guys to do is, when you're given the time to think, use the time wisely. And when you have to make notes, again, use the time wisely. All right, that is super important. So if you think you can just get over it by just taking a look at it, that's not how it works. All right. Now, for you to know about the reading task, you know that there'll be again 40 questions in the reading task with a duration of 60 minutes. Yes, I know this is going to be extremely challenging. You might not know how you can, ace this, but again, we have done a lot of strategies in the plus sessions. I've given a lot of tips here on the YouTube channel. I would recommend you to go back and take a look at all of the YouTube live sessions that I have done specifically on all of the tasks. Just go through it, make notes, comment below with the questions that you have, and let's interact through YouTube. If you really like my style, I would highly recommend you to use my code AMSA10 to subscribe to the Unacademy Plus, where I deep dive, and I would promise you at the end of every session, you will have at least 10 to 12 actionable points for you to take with you for the test. All right. Again, in the reading section, the reading task, you have three major sections where One, the section one is usually the easier one where you it's more of factual than descriptive information. Section two is basically more than one text and the difficulty level tends to increase as you go further. And section 3 is all about that one long text, which is quite the hardest. So remember, it is crucial for you to practice your reading task over and over again because you have 12 different types of questions in the reading task, including your academic and general reading sections. So you have to know, first of all, the types of tasks which are given, the types of questions. How will the questions even look? Because you might just hear how the question looks but not really see. So when you see the question, you should be able to let me know how the question looks, or how, understand what it is all about. I think I'm having an issue with the think I have an issue with the relay. I'm not sure about it because it keeps blinking to me. Just let me know if it's the same, if you're facing the same issue. So once again, I want you to ensure that you're able to do all of this in the right way and not have any issues. So practice, practice, and practice. Make yourself aware of all the tasks types, all the question types which are available. Again, feel free to take a look at all the YouTube sessions and the plus sessions. All right. Now, as you know, again, in the writing task, there are two major tasks which are given, where task one is where you write a letter to a given problem requesting information or solution, and you have about 20 minutes and you have to write at least 150 words. Again, plan your task well. If you plan your task and start practicing it that way, trust me, you will not have to invest your time there thinking about how you can write a question. So it's all about practicing at home with the most updated questions and the most repeated questions. Think and decide your vocabulary for each of the topic types. Use the idioms that you are trying to do and decide on how you will write an answer. If you're given 20 minutes, use the first 4 to 5 minutes first. Understand what is it? Use the first 4 to 5 minutes to plan your points and then have proper passages, paragraphs, and write it. And then do a quick check of your grammar, your pronunciation, and your grammar, your spelling, and your, what do you say? Your grammar, your spelling, and the punctuations, which are important. Again, then you have task 2 where you do the essay writing. This is again a difficult task because you have to write for 40 minutes. The duration is 40 minutes and you have to write at least 250 words. Remember again to plan out your essay well. This time it needs a lot more planning because you're writing it for 40 minutes and 250 words. Decide on the introduction, the body with examples. Use the qualifying, the strategy. If you don't know what's it, it's again there in many YouTube sessions and in the plus sessions in detail. And then talk about the conclusion. So the reason why I'm taking you through all of this again and again is because you have to know that each of these tasks are not, most of these tasks are not easy to crack. They become easy the moment you understand the trick behind solving them, or also understanding what IELTS wants you to do, what IDP wants you to do. So, the British Council way, and, just understanding what top educators like I am teach you, and try to put in all the strategies. Now, you have to also understand, again, importantly, that most of these tasks are based on four major band descriptors again, which is fluency and coherence, lexical resources, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. These are your four major band descriptors, and if you know how to ace your band descriptors, trust me, that's when you understand completely how to score the marks for every single task. If you know what fluency needs, especially for bands 7 to 9, what lexical resources will include, what grammatical range and accuracy will include, and what pronunciation type is needed to score 7 or 8, 9 bands, depending on what you need, then that's when you really have mastered the task, the test itself. Now, I have these quick 16 tips for you. These might look a lot from what you've heard from a lot of people, but this is my practical experience because I have done my IELTS test. I have seen a lot of students do it, and these are the top 16 tips that I tell every single student who is planning to go to the test. First one, you have practiced a lot, like I said. You know a lot of things. You have done too much practice. Now you know pretty much everything, and there is not one thing that you don't know. So, what do? Sleep well before the test day. Do not think about how you will do the test because that will stress you even more. Instead, go to your bed early. You have done enough practice. Sleep well. Stop practicing just like 2 or 3 hours before you are trying to sleep. Go watch television if you want. Listen to some songs. I think this works well a lot for me. I listen to some songs. I just have to, let my brain relax and cool down for some time because I've read too many things. And sleep well before the test day. Let me know how many of you have not slept in case you've written the test earlier and it has stressed you even more. Let me know in the comments below, and I'm looking at your comments. Okay. Then drink water to stay hydrated again, because you tend to study a lot, you tend to get heated up a lot, and you just have to cool that down. And at the same time, remember to take a water bottle to your test center. You might think having a water bottle and opening your water might waste time, but generally during that tension, when you have all the tension, it's better to have your water bottle with you, right? Then wear comfortable clothing. This is crucial. Okay, if you're trying to wear all fancy clothing, remember your weather plays an important role. You're already traveling, you're sweating, you're going there, and if you have to sit there, you just have to ensure that you don't sweat and create uncomforts, make it uncomfortable for people sitting near you and for yourself. If you don't smell nice, you will also find it difficult and uncomfortable to sit and do the test for 2 hours 40 minutes. Instead, wear comfortable clothing, wear loose clothing if you're in a weather where it's completely summer, or if you're in a winter, a location where there's winter. Ensure to have proper clothing, proper jacket, and so you don't freeze. Next, I want you to arrive early at the examination hall. This is again crucial, because if you're arriving in the last minute, there could be certain procedures which you tend to miss out, and that might again create, a hassle for you. So arrive early to the examination hall. Ask them what's the best time to arrive. If it's like an hour before, feel free to be there. Okay. Uh, Crucial task again is that I want you to make sure to use your restroom before you start the test, so you don't have to get up and go during the test, so you waste time. I'm not even sure. I think you're not even allowed to do that. And take sufficient pencils, erasers, and at least one pen. You might think you might just need a one eraser or one pen or one pencil, but trust me, when you're just writing it down, when you're taking quick notes, it might be extremely difficult for you in case the lead breaks or things like that. So just feel free to take all this in addition, and if at all one of your friend loses it, you can spare one as well, so that's going to help. Remember, no cell phones inside the test hall. Okay, you're not allowed to take any cell phones inside the test hall, so it's better you leave your cell phones at home, or if you're traveling long distances, I think they will give you a place to put your cell phones, so I think you can do that as well. Okay, most important thing here is in terms of your ID card, because if you don't have the right ID card, definitely a passport. Also, ask them if they want something else as proof of identity apart from passport. Do not forget to take it. Ask them what are the most accepted documents. Usually, it's listed on the website as well, so you can check the British Council or the IDP website to see what they need. But your ID card is mandatory. Even if you have not prepared for the test, you still have to carry your ID card, all right? Because that gives you the entry to the test. Listen to the instructions carefully. Beat any test, especially your speaking and your listening test. Ensure to read the instructions carefully. Do not go without reading them. Even if you're reading, write no more than 3 words, read the instructions carefully. If not, listen to the instructions carefully. Make sure to check the time in the clock, because you're not allowed to use the watch in the examination hall. So they will have a clock. You can take a look at the clock to check the time. Let the examiner know if at all you have any disabilities, and if you think you will not be able to, work in a distracted environment, or if you think, you have certain constraints, and you have to let them know any medical condition as well. Please feel free to let your invigilator or your examiner know. Focus and be calm. This needs no explanation. Focus on the test, be calm, forget any distractions around. Do not ask anyone for answers, because that becomes a malpractice. They might not let you write the test for the next few years. That could be a practice which you never know. So never ask anybody for answers, because they might send you out of the test, right? Now, most importantly, do not continue writing after your invigilator tells you to stop, because they have the right to not collect the paper. So do not take the test after your invigilator lets you know or tells you to stop. Do not take any test paper home. Make sure to leave everything there, give it to them, and then go home. You cannot use a dictionary, so it's crucial for you to learn the vocabulary, to learn the idiom. So if you don't know a word, like I always say, first read the passage, try to understand the meaning of the passage, and then you can put everything together. Okay, so these are a few last minute tips that I have for you guys. These might look a little easy or a little silly that you might think, but these are the actual practical things that you will need. And I'm sure you will thank me later once you take these tips seriously. All right, let me know which is your favorite tip and if you would follow all of these. And if you really enjoy my sessions, I would highly recommend you to subscribe to my Unacademy Plus classes. So you have different options which you can take a look at. You have the 1 month, 3 months, 12 months, and 6 month subscription. You can go with whatever you think is your position, whatever position you are in. You will have unlimited access to classes. You can have flexible timetable. You can download the recordings and watch them offline, and you have EMI options which are available for you to pay as well. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, subscribe to Unacademy live on YouTube and the Unacademy Plus. And at the same time, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe and comment on this video. Also, feel free to share the video. I will see you in the next session on IELTS reading strategies for true, false, and not given on 26th December at 9 a.m. EST or 7:30 p.m. IST. I hope this was helpful. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much.